Hi, students. Well, now that you know all about measuring with inches, feet, and even yards, there's another system that the rest of the world uses, and that's called the metric system. So the US, the United States, is the only country that uses customary measurement, like we've mentioned, but the rest of the world uses the metric system. Now here is a tape that has the metric system on one side and the customary measurement on the other. And if we look at it like was in our question of the day the other day, 1 inch is about the same as 2.5 centimeters. So if I folded that off at the 1 inch, on the inside, that fold would happen at just about 2.5 centimeters. Now there's 100 centimeters, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. There's 100 centimeters in 1 meter. So if I back up, you might be able to see that stretching out there. Okay? And on me, a meter is from about the ground to my belly button. So for you, it might be a little higher. So it's a meter, that's kind of like the basic length that's used in the metric system, is made up of 100 centimeters, as we just discussed. And what we'll talk about today is each centimeter. I'll try to get that in close. Those little tiny lines, those are called millimeters. So there are 10 millimeters in between each number. 10 millimeters make up 1 centimeter. And a millimeter is about the thickness of a paperclip. Okay, so if we turn it sideways, that's about a millimeter. So we'd use millimeters to measure pretty small things. For instance, maybe we want to measure a paperclip. Line it up at the 0 edge. And if we take a look at that, that goes 10, 20, 30, 40, 10 per centimeter. And then it's just past a half. So I would say that this is actually 46 millimeters. Okay, so again, 10 millimeters equals 1 centimeter. So if we're just going to use millimeters, 10, 20, 30, 40, and this paper clip lining up at 0 goes to just there at 46 millimeters. So we can get really precise using a millimeter. How about the screw tip? Screw tip for a drill. Okay. If we go ahead and measure it, lining it up at 0, we got 10, 20, and then that stops just at about the 5, so 25 millimeters. So again, 10 millimeters for each centimeter, 10, 20, and it stopped right at that halfway point. That line's a little longer, 25 millimeters. All right, so today, if you'd like to have some fun measuring with the metric system, you'd grab your ruler. Most rulers will have standard or customary measurement on one side, 12 inches equals a foot, and metric on the other. Or it'll have the inches, the customary measurement along one edge, and then along the other edge would be the metric system. The metric, millimeters and centimeters. 12-inch ruler, it goes to about 30 centimeters. So once again, 1 inch equals 2.5 centimeters. So 12 times 2.5 is about 30. Okay. So yeah, look around the house, find some small things to measure. Maybe just 5 or so with the millimeter measurement, but feel free to measure more. And we will check in with you tomorrow. All right, thanks, and have fun.